Welcome back once again, and of course on this very dear occasion, celebrating the 73rd anniversary of Police Day and policemen, which we extend our respect and appreciation to every single one of them. On this occasion, we're very delighted to be having with us live over the phone His Excellency Ambassador Gamal Bayoumi, former Assistant Foreign Minister. Ambassador Bayoumi, good morning. Hello? Hello? Ambassador Bayoumi? We're awaiting to be connected with Ambassador Bayoumi, and of course today we're going to grab this occasion and take this opportunity to take a flashback in time to remember the sacrifices of the blood and how those people with their blood and tears made it to sacrifice their lives and have spared every effort in their might to protect their country, to protect the nation, to secure every corner of this land, Egypt. Are we on now? Ambassador Bayoumi, good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you?
How are you? I'm very fine, sir. It's a great pleasure to talk to you today.
My pleasure.
If you could speak up, please, because your voice is a little bit low. Today, we're celebrating, on Wednesday, we earlier celebrated 73rd anniversary of Police Day. We took that opportunity to also remember the respectful martyrs, policemen who sacrificed their lives, their blood and tears to secure our nation. And President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi gave a very impressive speech that not only included the efforts and the appreciation, sincere appreciation for this respectable martyrs and the policemen now in Egypt, but also talked about the situation in the region and how important is it that we keep united and respect our security departments and security personnel and officers, and appreciate our dear land in every way. If you like to start off with this.
Yes, of course. I am so happy as a citizen because the police is our security.
Of course.
Our army is our security on the border. The police is our security within the country. Everywhere you need to be guided by the police. You need to be protected by the police. I really have a long history with the police, even when I disagree with a police officer. And it came that he was the one to evaluate whether I joined the Egyptian diplomacy or not. And he was so fair to give me the chance to start my diplomatic life. Saad al-Shirbini, the late Saad al-Shirbini. I disagree with him in a conflict in Ras al-Bar, my city, and really I harmed him or his reputation. But when it comes to his voice to vote for me or not, he gave me his vote, and even he congratulated me that I will be joining the Egyptian diplomacy.
Right.
And of course we need the police around us. In my building here in Cairo, I see that the police officers, whether those of traffic, those of security, are around us. So I feel always, whenever I look around me and I see a police officer, I am quite satisfied that I am in safe.
Right, of course.
So they deserve all what we are doing, and I am happy that the President took the occasion to declare some new policies, saying that nobody can touch Egypt, that we are keen to establish a very strong state based on democracy and human rights. And the President assured us that we are on the right track, although the whole world is suffering from many problems, whether it is the corona epidemic then the Ukraine problem between the West and Russia, whether the confrontation between United States and even its alliances in Europe and its main trade partner, China. So we are in the middle of all these things, and we have to be very careful in order to keep our interests and to continue with good relation with everybody. I am happy also that Egypt remaining one country which has very good relations, even sometimes it is excellent relations with the whole world, and Cairo is becoming the most populated country in the world, the most populated city in the world by diplomats. Look to some embassies in Cairo, like the Saudi embassy in Cairo, in Giza. It is 40 floors. It is as big as the Ministry of Foreign Affairs itself. Look to the Emirates, look to the United States embassy, which have here 600 diplomats. This shows that there are a lot of common interests between Egypt and all its partners. All this means that we have a strong country presented everywhere, and although we are facing sometimes some problems, whether financially, the president shows that we lack of foreign currency. We need to bring more and more foreign currency. Also, the president was talking about the infrastructure in Egypt. We need our infrastructure to be much better in order to attract more and more investors. And one thing I was pleased with the speech of the president, that he talked about the private sector, because I wanted a good message, very clear message that our country is in favor of the private sector, because now we depend totally to enlarge our economy, to provide us with possibilities of new work for our young children, our young generation. So we are on the right track. Every country in the world is facing some problems here and there, but I think Egypt is a rare case that we are still growing by a positive rate of growing or growth, but also we are greedy, we are keen to have more and more development rate in Egypt.
Right. Of course, we cannot pass this occasion, a very dear occasion, without taking a flashback in time to rejoice together and remember January 25th of the year 1952 in Ismailia, and where events unfolded, and how those brave men of our police and interior ministry sacrificed their hearts, their blood and tears for the sake of every single Egyptian who lives until now.
Yes, of course. I am old, old enough to remember that time, and we were watching what was going on, and we were behind our police officers and soldiers, that they resist the British colony doing bad to our country. By the way, my very first visit to Cairo, when I was still a child, in Tahrir Square, in the place of the Arab League and the hotel and the National Party, that was a British camp in the heart of Cairo. And we resisted this sort of colonialism until we got our freedom. And the police officers and the police soldiers were part of this struggle against imperialism and the acts by the British occupation in Egypt. We are for all this history. I remember it, and I thank God that we are now one very strong, independent country, thanks to our soldiers, whether the army or the police.
Right. How did this particular or these events back then lead to the July 23rd, 1952 revolution?
Yes, then when the revolution of 23rd of July 52, we have a relieved breath that now we are on the right track, and since then, in only 4 years, we put the British troops in Egypt out of the country. They left Egypt in 1956 after a big battle, which we call it the tripartite aggression against Egypt. They wanted to punish us because we were on the right track to have our free policy out of this British occupation. And really, that was another victory for our revolution of July 52. And really, every Egyptian who lived that time, he should be proud of his country and proud of his leaders.
Right. Of course, it's a must to take this opportunity every year where we celebrate the anniversary of that particular important day, where we also take a flashback to remember these events and remember the sacrifices and remember how that led to a great, huge revolution. And while we do this, we do it in front of the new generations. It's important for the new generations. It's important for the whole world to see us rejoicing and emphasizing on that occasion.
Yes, of course. This is a way to show our police officers that we appreciate very much what they did. We appreciate very much their history. And you are right saying that we are doing this to show our young generation how our police history within our Egyptian history that gave us a lot for our independence. They sacrificed their body in order to have an independent country. Yes, this is a good point that we show our young generation this part of our history. It's very important to know that how their country is really a beloved country and very strong country, which did never accept occupation from foreigners. And now Egypt is one very strong country in its continent, Africa, or within our brothers in the Arab world, and many countries depend on us to support them.
Right. On that note, of course, Your Excellency Ambassador Gamal Bayoumi, former Assistant Foreign Minister, would like to thank you, sir, so much talking to us on that particular day in the breakfast show. And we're going to go to another special report that is featuring also the museum of the National Police Museum. Is one of the museums of Salah ad-Din Citadel. The museum's exhibition displays the history of Egypt's police force, and each hall is dedicated to a historical time period. More in the coming report.